Hey everybody, Midnight Absol here. Welcome back to Renegade Platinum. Alright, last time. Last time we were here, we finally cleared out Team Galactic of their building here in Eterna City, and managed to rescue the bike shop owner, revealed a event from days gone by, and also got a Porygon as well. We also managed to get a stone from the bike shop owner, which we dutifully used to evolve Jackson here into Glade. He still doesn't have any really good moves, any physical moves yet, but he's special. But we'll get there in time. We'll be able to get the moves that he needs. But anyways, that aside, with that all done, we can now head south. Wait a minute, what? I don't have the Explorer kit. Okay. Apparently never went to talk to this guy. You need the Explorer kit to go down Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. There's another thing, too. Okay, first... Okay, talking to this kid gives you TM28 Dig, which is a nice TM to have. You just give us pointless tips. If we talk to the old man, we'll get the Explorer kit. Alright. So the Explorer kit allows us to go underground. So, while the Explorer kit is required to get out of Eterna City, you never have to use it for anything. But I will say this: it is good for getting evolutionary stones and some other things, and some other minor items like revives and things like that, and hard scales. So, if you still like that feature from Pro Platinum, go ahead and use it. I'm not stopping you. Just saying it's not required to use it. As for this, although this person is new to this room, this person will give you fossils. There's 3 of each fossil, except for the rare old amber. There's a lot of fossil types here, so bear with me. We get the helix fossils, stone fossils, root fossil, claw fossil, skull fossil, and the armor fossil, and an old amber. If we show her an Aerodactyl, she'll give us another gift. We can do that we'll be able to do that very soon, actually. So, before doing that, actually, you know what, never mind, I can do this later. I can do that later. So, if you know what's going to happen next, we need to head south. To progress on with the game. Oh yeah, this guy. Wait a minute. What do you do now? TM54. So this guy, Professor Rowan's system, normally gives you the XP share if you've seen 35 Pokemon. However, now he'll give you False Swipe instead. Well, now give you False Swipe instead, and now we're on Route 206. We can now go to Route 206 anytime we please, if we so want. We can now go on Route 206 here on the upper path. We can't encounter Pokemon just yet because we need to get down to the grass for that. But since there are trainers here, I think it'll be a good time to go over the Pokemon that you can get from those fossils. And we're gonna start off with the rare fossil that you get, and the rare fossil you get from talking to that woman, the old amber. The old amber once revived becomes Aerodactyl. Aerodactyl's fast, and it hits hard, and it's got really good moves to back up a pretty decent attack stat as well. Now with this thing, I would recommend it. With this thing, I would highly recommend you pay attention to its nature. Make sure you don't get something that lowers its speed or attack. If it lowers its special attack, like adamant or something like that, go for it. Because you're never going to use special attacking moves on an Aerodactyl. And oh boy, Aerodactyl gets some good physical moves to back up that attack stat. For starters, at level 1, level 1 moves that Aerodactyl can get include all 3 Elemental Fangs and Bite and Scary Phase for starting moves. You get Wing Attack at level 17, Ancient Power at 21, Rock Slide at 29, Dragon Claw at 37, yes, Dragon Claw, Iron Head at 41, Earthquake at 45, naturally in fact, Stone Edge at 49, Brave Bird at 53, and the last 2 moves of note are Giga Impact and Sky Attack at a whopping level 65. Ooh, and Verde wants to learn Seed Bomb, nice. But anyways, Aerodactyl is a really good rock. It's a really fast and workable rock type with a wide variety of moves to go with. So it's highly unlikely you're going to It's highly unlikely you're going to have a terrible move set for this thing. It'll be very hard to do that, unless you gave it special attacking moves, of course. But don't do that. Aerodactyl is way better than that. Anyways, if you pick Lord Dome fossil, you get Kabuto, and eventually it'll become Kabuto, and eventually it'll become Kabutops at level 30. This thing is interesting. If you're running with a rain team, this thing gets Swift Swim, and that is a very good ability to have on this thing. I would recommend you go for that ability just because there are routes in the game that actually have rain, so that you can take advantage of that ability on those routes specifically, if nothing else. Aside from that, Kabuto starts pretty slow for its moves. You get Aqua Jet at 10 and Roll Out at 13, and then you'll eventually be able to replace Roll Out with Rock Slide at level 19. But one thing to mention. If you wait till level 31, you get water. If you wait till level 31 with Kabuto, one level after it evolves in this game, you'll be able to get Waterfall. So that's a pretty good move. It's better than waiting till level 36 for it. However, there is a double trade-off for this. If you want to get Waterfall 5 levels early, if you want to get Waterfall 5 levels earlier on Kabuto rather than waiting until level 36 on Kabutops, you'll miss out on Slash and Night Slash at level 30 when Kabuto evolves into Kabutops. I would not recommend doing that, but hey, if you really desperately need a good water type move on Kabutops right away, there's that as an option. And you could just learn Slash and Night Slash later via the movie learner if you really want to go that route. But I would recommend waiting the extra 5 levels to get Waterfall level 36. Anyways, and believe it or not, no stat changes or anything like that for these Pokemon. So yeah, there's that. That's interesting enough. That's interesting to point out. And if you pick choose to revive Lord Helix, you get Almanite. And this thing is more suited to special attacks and physical attacks of its Lord Dome counterpart. And it does get some good moves to start with. It gets Water Gun as a starting move along with Withdraw. It gets Water Gun as a starting move, but aside from that, this thing gets moves like Aurora Beam at level 19, Bubble Beam at 22, Ancient Power at 25. Then you can move, and then it evolves, and then that's pretty much it for level up moves that you should probably go for. Because at level 30, it'll evolve, just like just like with Kabutops. And then at level 30, also at level 30, Overstar gets Spike Cannon. Not the best move, but it's a move. It's a move that you can use. But then you'll get Muddy Water and Earth Power, 2 very good moves at 32 and 36 respectively. And then a brand new move and Power Gem at level 44. So there's some very good moves here for Almastar and Almanite to work with here. I would not leave this Pokemon out because this thing could very well be a good Pokemon to use on your team. You just gotta bear with it being a little less than perfect for a while. But aside from that, hey, it's pretty good. And I wouldn't count this thing out in any stretch of the imagination. Stella grows to level 19 and gets Fake Out. Nice. Let's replace Quick Attack. And a Fluffy, nice. Alright. Anyways. If you evolve now, the next Pokemon on our list, if you choose to revive the, what is it? I legit forgot the name of the fossil. Oh well. I'll just skip on to. I'll just do the other one first then. For the Hoenn fossils, if you revive the Claw fossil, you'll get Anorith first, and it gets a new ability as well to work with, Swift Swim. You wouldn't really expect that from a bug raw type, but this thing can now learn Swift Swim. Now Swift Swim as its ability, alongside Battle Armor, which is its normal one. Armaldo, Anorith, and by extension Armaldo are pretty good Pokemon. They get TM62 which has a new move associated with it. No spoilers unless I already said what it was. Do you know what? I probably already said what it was. I'll just tell you what it is. It's Bug Buzz. TM62 Bug Buzz is available for Anorith and Armaldo to use, but Armaldo's more of a physical attack, and it gets some pretty decent moves with some Anorith before evolving. Aqua Jet, which can be really good with that Swift Swim, to boost it in the rain. Ancient Power, Bug Bite, Rock Slide, Metal Claw, X Scissor at level 30 right before it evolves. Pretty good moves. And another thing to mention is that at level 1, Armaldo can get Cross Poison for a move, which could be pretty good. It could be a pretty good move to have, especially since fairies are in this game as well. And at level 31, Armaldo will get X Scissor, probably the best bug move you can give this thing, and a few other interesting moves as well. Like Crush Claw, knockoff, the good kind of knockoff, Rock Blast, and Stone Edge. So pretty good moves for this thing that this thing can learn. Another solid fossil that you can use on your team. There's just a lot of good ones. They've all been pretty good, and none of them have any stat changes. Surprisingly enough, none of them do. But anyways, now to jog my memory, it is the Root Fossil. That is the name of the fossil. If you revive the Root Fossil, you'll get Lilip, which also now has Storm Drain for an ability alongside Suction Cups. I would go with Storm Drain. If your team has a weakness to water, go with Storm Drain. It just might save you. It might just save you here. Anyways, Fidelity is not the offensive. It's not really an offensive mod. It's more of a staller, and a wall for your team. With moves like Ingrain, Confuse Ray, Ancient Power, Giga Drain, Gastro Acid, and Amnesia at level 30 when it evolves. There's some interesting moves there. However, there are some decent moves that Creedility can get, so it's not completely useless. It's Power Whip as a brand new level 1 move for it, which is a very nice thing to have. That aside, you can also get Earth Power at level 35, Recover at 39, and Energy Ball at 43. And then you have the Stockpile Spit Up and Swallow combo that you could use if you really want to go with that route. But I wouldn't recommend going with that. I would recommend going with, honestly I would probably go with Toxic Confuse Ray, Giga Drain, and Earth Power for a moveset. That or maybe replace Confuse Ray with one of my favorites. Replace Confuse Ray with Recover. I don't know. The point is, Cudel is not an attacker. It's supposed to be a defensive wall that you can put on your team, and also so it can take a couple, and also so it can take some water hits for your team if need be. That's enough of that. Time to go to the next Pokemon, and that Pokemon is Craniados with the Skull Fossil. If you're playing with Craniados, it now can get Rockhead as an ability. A damn good ability to have on this thing. Considering that it has a monstrous attack stat as a Craniados alone, it's pretty good. Only downside is that it's a pure rock type and it's really slow. However, if you're able to get around that, this thing could be very, very solid. I mean, it'll be able to get moves like what am I looking at here? It gets Rock Slide at level 18, which is nice. Zen Headbutt at 27. You really should learn that move. It'll absolutely help you against those pesky fighting types, especially some of the slower ones. It might just help you there. You can get Crunch at level 33, and you get Crunch at level 33 as well. Probably the last move you'll want to get before evolving, in which case you'll get Rock Polish. You'll get Rock Polish at level 39 as a Rampardos. I would recommend going with that move. That could actually make this thing really good, because that's its main weakness. It's speed. Well, also its defenses, but mainly its speed. It's got great attack set, but it's really slow. But if you can teach a Rock Polish, you can fix that issue very, very quickly. I recommend doing that. As a side, you also get Iron Head at 43, Hammer Arm at 51, and Head Smash at level 55. That's why I would recommend Rockhead. While Mold Breaker is a good ability, I would recommend going with Rockhead, so that way you can use the ever-living crap out of Head Smash and not worry about the downsides of it. Plus, also you'll get Takedown as an earlier level move that I didn't mention earlier. But hey, if you want Takedown can be a good option for a normal move if you want that. And the final fossil is Shieldon. Gets Soundproof as its new ability over the less than great Sturdy ability. So I recommend going with Soundproof because you're not going to run into a lot of one-hit KO moves. It also got Shieldon itself also got a slight boost. Its special attack got lowered, and those extra stat points got placed onto its attack. So now it's 20 more attack and 20 less special attack, keeping its normal base stat total. However, with that side, this thing is just supposed to be a wall. It's just supposed to be a giant wall, but the only downside, it's weak to fighting types. However, moves like Iron Defense and possibly Swagger can help fix that if you can set it up and get lucky. Stealth Rock is also a good move to have, as well as Endure, since Sturdy isn't buffed in this. Sturdy doesn't have its good buff in this game. And another thing to mention is that the extra stats apply to Bastion as well. It's got 72 attack and 27 special attack now, instead of 52 and 47. So there's that as well. But Bastion also gets Head Smash now at level 55, which could be a really good move. Magnet Rise at 51 to avoid those pesky Earthquake spammers. And you also get Block if you want to try locking your foe in to try and take it out in a one-on-one. But with that aside, that's it, all the fossils, believe it or not. Got through them before finding all the trainers on this route, which is pretty good for myself, at least. But yeah. Yeah, that aside, everything is, that aside, let's quickly beat this trainer. Let's beat this trainer, and then we can go revive that Aerodactyl and see what our reward is for doing that. So let's go through the gate. Let's go through this gate here, and we can also pick up these raspberries over here. Might as well pick these up. I believe raspberries are only for contests, but might as well pick them up because why not? Alright, there we go. And we already picked up the berries over here. And we do have this area over here. We do have the grass area over here for Route 206. I'll go over that. Don't worry, I am gonna go over that, but not right now. Alright, let's go check it first. I need to clear a spot in my party, so let's quickly do that. Jackson, I'm actually probably not gonna be using Jackson for a bit, so you can stay in the party for now. Also, take that expert belt. I also have that egg. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna I'll put Stella in the PC for now as well, because I want to see what let's see what that egg hatches into. So let's do that as well. Anyways, let's go. Anyways, to revive your fossil, just go in here, and talk to the scientist. We'll study Pokemon fossils right here and now, and just pick the one that you want to revive. All you need to do is leave the room, and come back, leave the building, come back in, and then talk to him again, and then he'll give us our fossil. And we'll get an Aerodactyl for reviving that old amber. It's a female one, which is nice for breeding purposes. What do you got? Lax Nature, that's okay. Rockhead, that's also pretty good to have. And fossil star level 20, that's right. I completely forgot that. Wing attack, roar, scary face, agility. Not the best starting moveset at level 20, but hey. Aerodactyl is still really good, so I think you can make do with it. Anyways, if you want... Oh, yeah, the egg. That was fast. Eggs have a very short answer cycle, I forgot. And it's Togepi. And the egg is a Togepi. I'm not gonna use Togepi personally, but and I've also already gone over Togepi earlier in an earlier episode. I believe it was episode 2 or 3, because we were able to get a baby egg, for a baby egg really early on, which became this Badoo here. So yeah, there's that as well. Anyways, gonna place Togepi in the PC, and let's put Stella back in the party for now, because she's got the experience share, and you never know when you're gonna fight somebody. So let's do that. Also, with the Fossil being level 20, that means they're somewhat competitively leveled. So they won't be too underleveled when you get them, and you can put them on their team, slap that EXP share on them, and catch them back up to the rest of your team pretty quickly. Anyways, with that aside, let's bike back up. Let's bike back up to the top of here, and let's go talk to that scientist and see what she has to say. Now that we revived the old amber into Aerodactyl. Let's see. And guess what? Wow, that's an Aerodactyl with you. You must have revived the old amber from at the museum, right? That's super strong. In fact, I have a perfect TM for it. Please take it as a gift for showing me Aerodactyl. TM80. I think Champion Kanto and Johto regions have their own owns an Aerodactyl too. His Aerodactyl is able to use Rock Slide move in battle. Over there though, everyone thought Aerodactyl couldn't use the move. Luckily, all Aerodactyl can definitely use Rock Slide these days. Thank you. I'm really glad that I get to see Aerodactyl in person. Nice. So, just for doing that, we get Rock Slide, a very good TM to have. Since the only other rock move we have is the only other rock move team we have is Stealth Rock. Well, it's a good move. It's not the best because most trainers don't have more than 3 Pokemon unless you're in a gym battle. And in fact, only one of the gym leaders we have yet to fight is going to only one of the gym leaders and 2 of the Elite 4 members are really affected by Stealth Rock in any way, shape, or form. But still, not bad. Not a bad thing entirely. And I'm going to keep Aerodactyl on box 1 because I think Aerodactyl could be useful. It's a good Pokemon, and I like it. Also, yes, I stole that shiny Machamp. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten it. I did say I would use it at some point, and I will. It's just not right now. We aren't in the best place to do that. However, I am going to bring Rotom-Mow with me for now, just kind of for shits and giggles, and also because of the next area we're going to could be interesting depending on how things go there. Anyways, with that, let's go. Oh yeah, actually, I should probably heal. I should probably heal for the area we're going to next because I remember what happened the last time I was in that spot, or we went there. Also, I guess another thing to mention, bring some extra Pokeballs with you. If you don't have a lot of Pokeballs, I would recommend getting some more. Let me see, what do I have? It's only still has Pokeballs? I swear this was about Great Balls. That ball's not gonna be useful. Heal Ball, that's useless. You know what? I'll make a quick cut and go check up at the Eterna City again, and then I'll meet you right at the beginning of the grass patch for Route 206. So, quick cut, be right back. Oh. Well, I'm stupid. Apparently, I don't get Great Balls yet. I could have sworn I did, but oh well. I guess in this case, bring some Nest Balls. Bring some Nest Balls because they'll basically be Great Balls when fighting any Pokemon under level 30, which the area we're going to next will have that. So, now, I'm not going to cover every single thing that we're going to be doing on Route 206 in this episode, but I'm going to cover at least one part of it first. And then we'll cover the other part in the next video. First off, there's a PP up right here. So there's that. And encounter. Now here's what I'm going to do. Instead of doing the Pokemon encounters for the outside area for Route 206 in the grass, I'm going to cover what's in Wayward Cave. Because the encounters in Wayward Cave, no matter which entrance you go into, are going to be the same. Also, Team 74 Gyro Ball, it gets better. It's a physical move that gets better if you're slower than the opponent. Anyways, I'm going to be covering the Pokemon that you can find in the cave first. Why? Well, you'll see. Why? Well, simply because they're in the main part of Wayward Cave, there's something that we're going to have to do there, which is going to take up some time. I'm choosing to do it this way, and then I'm gonna do, because there are more counters outside than inside, and the outside encounter and the inside of Wayward Cave is kind of the inside of the main part of Wayward Cave is kind of boring, so I thought it would give at least something. And another encounter. Oh, hi Magby, what's up? Ooh, a Thunderstone. So, Thunderstone, that could be nice. Ooh, I got to skip the trainer. And I have to fight a Mankey instead. Alright, let's go. Actually, wait, this time's normally Poison Barb. What is this? It's still Poison Barb, okay. So if you got Poison type, there's a Poison Barb for you. And a Slugma. Alright. Alright, here we go. Wayward Cave. This is the hidden entrance of Wayward Cave. You also may notice it's lit up in here. It's normally not like that. Anyway, I guess starting things off. Sableye is right. Sableye is here. Actually, wait, did I already do this? Actually, wait. Yeah, you know what? We'll just start off with Sableye, because why not? He's here. He's here. He's right in front of us. Better not ignore the guy. So Sableye's got some new stats. First of all, Sableye's got a lot more attack and special attack now, and it's also ever so slightly faster. So this thing could be a bit more dangerous than it normally would be, and it doesn't even need to be a Mega to do so. So there's that to start. So that's something to start off with. It's also got slightly more special defense. As well. So there's that. So that's another cool thing. It's got Magic Guard and Stall for its two abilities. So no more pointless Keen Eye. You get no more pointless Keen Eye for an ability. Magic Guard is probably the ability you want to go with, because why would you want Stall? That is a horrible ability to have. Anyways, moves of note moves that I should mention would be Shadow Sneak, Fake Out, Shadow Claw, not Night Slash. Sableye doesn't get Night Slash. Knock Off, Zen Headbutt, Confuse Ray, Power Jam, Sucker Punch, Shadow Ball, and Nasty Plot. Oh, and Recover, because why not? Is there an item here? There is an item here, Dust Stone. There you go. I knew there was an item here somewhere. Alright. Anyways, next Pokemon I should probably mention, if we're going in order here. You know who it is. It's why we're in this part of Wayward Cave first, even though the encounters are the same for both areas. It's Gibble. You people know damn well how good this thing is. This thing is a competitive monster. This thing, when fully evolved, is a competitive monster that has been around for pretty much a decade at this point. So yeah. There's that. Anyway, actually getting into Gibble, it gets Ruskin as an ability now, so you aren't just stuck with Sandvale for the entire duration of its life. You actually have a shot at getting this better. You actually have a chance to get a different move on this thing. So I would recommend going for Ruskin. Obviously, that's not the easiest thing to figure out, but I would recommend going with that if you can get it. Anyways, for moves for this thing, it's most likely. I would recommend catching one that's below level 20. That's not level 22, which is the highest level you can find Pokemon in Wayward Cave. Catch one that's level 21 or lower. Why? Well, Pokemon will always have the last 4 moves that it learns that it would have naturally learned. In this case, it would have Bulldoze. Any Gibble that you find at level 21 would have Takedown, Dragon Rage, Sandstorm, and Takedown, Bulldoze, Dragon Rage, and Sandstorm. Pretty good starting moveset. Although, I guess you could catch one at level 22 if you're lucky enough, and you could get dig instead. And you can get dig instead of bulldoze. But I think bulldoze would honestly be the better move because of lower speed. And Gibble's not the fastest thing in the world. Garchomp is good, but Gibble's not that fast. Anyways, other things to mention with this thing, it gets iron. Garchomp will get Iron Hand at level 52, Extreme Speed at level 70, yes, that. Outrage at 64, Stone Edge at 58. It gets Earthquake. You get Earthquake at level 42 as a Gabite, which is very nice. And Dragon Rush at level 46 just before you evolve as well. And I guess also Crunch when you evolve into Garchomp, so there's that as well. No stats are neat, no real. Aside from that, Garchomp can now learn Fly. Why? I don't know. But hey, there you go. Your Garchomp can now fly if you so choose to. Anyways, with that, next new Pokemon on the list, believe it or not, Baltoy is here and could be Baltoy is here. So, Baltoy, this thing is interesting. Its attack and special attack are even. Its attack and special attack are pretty good, so you can very easily run a mixed set. Very easy run a mixed set on a Baltoy. Run like Psychic and Earthquake, and then like Rock Slide or something. I mean, we just got the Rock Slide TM, so there's that. But there are some other things as well. Claydol can learn Fly, but Claydol can learn Fly now, which is interesting in itself. But interesting moves to know are moves like Extra Sensory, Cosmic Power, Earth Power, Self-Destruct, and Explosion, Hyper Beam for some reason, Power Trick, Psychic, and Trick Room if you want to go with that route. Doesn't get a lot of good moves, so you might need to spend some TMs on this thing for it to be good. But it could be it's an interesting Pokemon, and I wouldn't completely count this thing out. Because Sableye is here, it's good old version exclusive from back in the Ruby and Sapphire days. Mawile is also here, and oh boy, Mawile is good in this game. No more pointless Hypercutter. Welcome huge power. Also intimidate because of course it does. This thing is even more broken than it was before. Although I do need to point this out, if you're playing the classic version of Renegade Platinum, no huge power for you, and also no new stats. You need to be playing the complete version to get these new stats. If you're playing the complete version, I would recommend trying to get huge power, because its base attack stat on Mawile is now 95. Double that, you have like 180. Yeah. 180 base attack. Think about that one for a second. Anyways, that aside, base defense is also 115 now, which is just ridiculous. Special defense up to 85. So it has 450 base stat total now, which is pretty good. Anyways, that aside, since Mawile can't level up, some interesting things to note: if you catch a Mawile at level 22, it will have the 3 elemental fangs, Ice Fang, Thunder Fang, and Fire Fang on it, which is very interesting to know, but maybe catch it at a lower level in case you want one of its other moves that it would get just before that. If you don't want those moves, if you don't care about what moves it starts with, then try and catch the highest level Mawile you can. At level 28, you'll get Crunch, Play Rough at 31, Iron Defense at 34, which is interesting because of that higher defense, so you could make your Mawile a tank if you wanted to go that route. Aside from that, the only other move of note is Sucker Punch at 37. It doesn't get the overall best of moves, but there are plenty good moves for this thing to learn. So it's up to you to decide what moves are best for Mawile. And also to make the best of this little steel fairy type thing. Anyways, with that aside, that is actually all the new encounters here for Wayward Cave. Only other Pokemon that I didn't mention include Zubat, Geodude, Sandshrew, and Onix, which I think you've seen all of them. So there you go. Just thought I'd mention that in case anybody wasn't paying attention. But yeah, with that aside, there you go. That is Wayward Cave for you. Okay, I want this item. Rare candy. Perfect. Alright, now that that's done, now that we've gone through all the encounters, I'm not gonna waste any more time with not having a repel on. Gonna have a repel, and let's get through this. Nope. Okay, so you need to be going fast, jump over those two. Yeah, this one is always tricky to me. But, alright, come on. Alright, how again? There we go. Also, I guess I should mention, before you go, don't go in the main part of Wayward Cave just now. I would recommend getting... Alright, if you come into the room where Earthquake is, this happens. Surprise, boss fight! Look, here's a Gabite is here waiting for you. Gabite is waiting right here for you to capture if you go all the way through the hidden part of Wayward Cave. This Gabite will always be level 25. This Gabite's always going to be level 25, so it's higher level than anything you can find here. Plus, it's a Gabite. Why would you not want to catch this thing? I guess I can quickly go over what moves this Gabite will have when you catch it. Since we are here, let's quickly go over what this Gabite would have for moves. This Gabite will either have Ruskin or Sandveil for its ability. It's a toss-up, so good luck with that. But this Gabite this Gabite should always have the moves Take Down, Dragon Rage, Sandstorm, and Dig. So a pretty solid moveset. And it will get Slash in one level after you catch this thing, and Dragon Claw 4 levels after that. So this thing could be well worth your time. I am going to try and catch this thing. Am I going to use this thing? No, I'm not. This also brings up the question of the day that you've probably seen on the bottom of your screen and wondering why. I think Garchomp is a bit overrated. I said it. There you go, I said it. I mean, I think Flygon is Flygon's a good Dragon Ground type as well, and I personally like Flygon more than Gabite. But in terms of overall for Dragon types, I think things like Salamence are better. But everybody can have their own. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But that one is mine. I think Garchomp is slightly overrated. And I think things like Salamence, Altaria, and Flygon don't get enough love. Especially since Flygon basically got forgotten because this thing exists. That and also the whole Mega Evolution thing. Not getting a Mega because I couldn't get a design thing. And a bunch of other things. Anyway, also this is part of the reason why I brought Ronald Mo here. Because that way I don't have to deal with this thing using Dig. Also I could possibly use Double Team on it if I want Double Team spam for Mizu. I'm getting the ball. Nope. I'm gonna switch it style and go for the Fake Out here. Or not, I can just get KO'd instead. Okay? Vincent, Fake Out. There we go. It's in the red, and Nest Ball. Nope. I can't hit you when you're underground. Right. Rotom. Nest Ball. Nope. Premier Ball? There we go. I guess it's like the special, I guess it's like the white. Alright, so we got a so now we have Gabite. Again, I'm not going to use, oh, wait. Obviously, by the way, since we already have Earthquake, we get a King's Rock instead for coming all the way here. Not the best item, but hey, it could be worse. It definitely could be worse for an item. At least you don't have to wait till like until you get strength to get over here at least. Just because you don't have to deal with that. Anyways, but that's actually everything we're gonna be doing here today. We're already at 45. We're already at, well, probably almost 45 minutes because I'm probably going to edit cut. So I think I have to cut out 2 bits of me not doing anything. But yeah, we've gone on for quite a while. But hey, we went over some fossils that you can get, and we also got to have a little mini boss fight. So there's that as well. Anyways, with that said, once I can get out of this grass, I'm gonna head back. I need to go buy some repels because, good lord, we are going to need quite a few of those things for the main part of Wayward Cave, and we can cover that next time. We'll also be covering all the Pokemon that you can find here in the grass in the next episode as well. So I hope you'll be able to stick around. I hope you'll stick around to see what you can encounter in the grass here as well in the next episode. So with that, I will see you guys next time. Bye.